ULTI.TV. Like and subscribe, best in the world. We're here, we never went anywhere. In fact, I'm still Stef Pazzo, and I am now joined with Christina Obermeyer, the TD of this wonderful tournament, and also joining us in the booth all weekend long. How are you, Christina?
I'm good. I'm enjoying the weather that is now dry still. Let's hope for a little longer. And I'm, having all of that overview of the tournament, but so excited to give you an overview of this next game. Women's division, second round. Troubles taking on Chicas from Munich. Troubles were second in the tournament last year. I think they want to top that off, get better than that. And Chicas are a bit unexperienced, I want to say, but ready to give us their all.
See what they can do on this big stage. Silver medalists, they can only do one better, and they would certainly love for that to be the case. Potentially a tougher group of teams this year, and we will only stand to find out as they continue through this division. Troubles, the Polish team from Warsaw, is that correct?
It is correct.
And so we will have a Warsaw versus Munich confrontation here, ready to go from Vienna.
Brandl with the pole. She's actually Viennese herself. Moved to Munich to study and now is heading the Munich team.
Brandl, helpful in the organization here in Vienna, even as a external member of an external team, still helping out with the organization, making sure ULTI.TV are well taken care of too. That pull out of bounds. And
that was really close, but
close to being
inbounds.
You think like debatable though?
No.
Okay.
It was a good pull.
Yeah, I mean, it was
not debatable whether
it was
clearly
definitely
out.
out. And they're gonna go back and be precise with this brick mark. Troubles with a very colorful bomb of a logo. Kick things off here, and we are underway. Zakovaczka gets it to the 84 shirt, Folik. Now it's gone deep. There is a receiver under it. Popek reads it well, sucks in the defender before separation, and pops one in for the goal 1 meter later. Troubles on the board with no trouble at all.
Zakovaczka with that big put, anchoring the Troubles offense. 1-0. That was clinical. I love that. It could have been in the end zone though. A few meters. If I want to find something to critique, that beautiful play could have been a meter longer.
Put a bit more mustard on it. What's a Polish condiment? What do they have with their pierogis?
Butter.
Put some more butter on it? I don't know if that works. But anyhow, we're not talking condiments here. We're talking ultimate. And Warsaw Troubles on the board. About 5 or 6 throws after the initiation. A very smooth looking offense. And now Chicas from Munich will have their chance as the pull rolls out of bounds and gets a helpful stop from hitting the water bottle. Disc is in play. Konzelman took it off the sideline, and now it's the 49 shirt that moves it on. Versteinrich. Ooh, and a hand on it. A smack away, trying to throw through the zone. And Korshiska gets a D, and the D line gets a chance to break. Cheblichka. A little bit of a dance in the dump space, but gets open. Jakowiak goes wide side and then gives the double bicep flex.
It's a pick. That'll help them clean their offense up a little bit, maybe. That short break in their red zone. Now.
Jakowiak gets the underneath. Saljak. Then the gainer, Cheblichka. Now they are really sniffing that goal line. Saljak breaks inside. Is there a second effort? No, there is not. A bit too far. Munich get a second chance to break.
That was
to hold, rather.
There was a lot of butter on that one. Slippery.
Half salted butter, the good stuff. Not for pan cooking, but for bread spreading.
Speaking of spreading, they should really spread out their offense, because with that zone setup, they're using so much shots. The deep shot goes up.
Ooh, the defender didn't really look at anything but the disc and ran through, got a little touch of the opposing player, but nothing called. So that one's not left for me to say anything about, even though I just did. Now the dump, and Cheblichka gets it past the midway line. Sadchak gets it smacked away by the Munich defender.
Neumann with the heads-up play there. Usually plays for Mint, Munich International Ultimate in the mixed scene. Now trying some women's ultimate.
Konselman and Wüstenrich. Say that one for me again, Christina.
Wüstenrich.
Wüstenrich.
We're working on it.
Yeah, we're getting there.
Yeah.
We've got a world of pronunciations here in Europe. We do our best, and we always get better.
Yeah, we do. So not a lot of movement from that Chicas offense, but passing the disc on calmly.
Their open looks are all behind or flanked. Upfield, their options are really, really limited. And the more they move backwards, the more they have only the deep shot coming available.
It was a beautiful shot, but I think receivers weren't so sure who it was for, and this gives the disc back to Troubles.
Cheblichka. Nice fake there to move the defense. And then that one's floating, end zone, knocked away. 72, that is
Laura Maassen.
Maassen says, no way, get that business out of here.
A bit of a risky shot, and she positions herself really well just in front of that disc and uses her high stature to get that, smack that away.
Wüstenrich. Yeah?
Wüstenrich.
Wüstenrich. Brings it back in. Konselman and Wüstenrich playing a two-player game here. They're back and forth. They need to generate more than just that. Unfortunately, they've gone back, and once again, their touches are mounting, and she's calling for more deep separation. She's got about 20 meters, and now there's going to be two open Troubles players if they get that disc in early enough. Cheblichka goes wide, and the pink headband catches for a goal. Troubles with a break on the board.
Yeah, there was a long point in favor of Troubles, and I get that Wüstheinrich and Konzelmann are a bit frustrated there because they didn't really have any other option than to play between the two of them, and then they didn't manage to use that advantage once they had the disc. Looks like Chicas called a timeout.
We'll take a break too. Early game timeout, 2-0 troubles. We'll be back in no time.
We believe mixed is the best for the sport, for the world. That's why we're making a global showcase, starting in Europe, made in Amsterdam. ULTI.TV. ULTI.net.
Always on the move? You can keep up to date with ULTI.TV on all of our social media channels. Like, follow, subscribe, share us with a friend, or send us a message just to say hey. Thank you for supporting us in our mission to grow Ultimate everywhere.
Those who do not know their history can never relive it. The skies, the dives, the sideline smiles. Our past is held in photo albums, drinking stories. The present is a gift. And here at ULTI.TV, we want to make sure we always appreciate it, capturing the immortal moments of Ultimate from around the world and making sure everyone can enjoy them for free, forever. Because the future belongs to all of us.
After a very early timeout, we're back in action. Chicas wanted to discuss what they can do if they see that defense again. They were in all sorts of trouble and are looking for some answers to get out of that.
I think it's actually a very good call to take that timeout early, get everyone dialed in. You were 2 points down, but that's nothing yet. Just have to refocus and
so the
switch
timeout
on.
worked.
Yeah.
They made them pull out of bounds. That's exactly what they were hoping for post-timeout. Maybe not exactly what they were hoping for, but
We talked about that before with Benji. I think pulling is so important because that's the one thing you always do. So many times during a game, it has to work. You can train for it easily.
yeah, pulling a enormous part of your defense. The pressure potential to apply behind a great pull can generate short field turns. In this case, not a great pull, but some great defense to follow it up as Troubles marches their way towards the end zone. That one in. 2 throws later, a very quick break. And Chicas have got a lot to talk about and a lot of learning to do if they can't tidy things up.
Marszalek with a beautiful put into the end zone there. It seems like not only Chicas have used their timeout to get back dialed in. Sachkovska quick to pick up and up the line, bobbles the disc a little bit, but hangs on to it, and then just into the end zone. Bit of blown coverage from the Chicas side.
Marcela Folik collects the goal there. And Troubles in a very commanding position early in this game as we have a look over to the tournament central area, the bar cafe portion of the stadium. A wonderful setup here in Vienna to host the tournament using all of the wonderful facilities of this massive stadium.
Yeah, we're really lucky to be here. Be able to host a tournament in these beautiful fields. It's been raining yesterday and a little bit today, and I was really worried about the fields, but they look really fine.
We're in great condition based on forecasts. I must say this is quite similar to last weekend. We were prepared for the skies to fall, and we've got nothing but a little bit of a chill and some gray skies, and I think based on forecast, we will take that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Chicas on their fourth asking. Scoop over top and almost a spin around catch, but that one finds the ground.
Bit of a miscommunication there.
Sajak throws forwarding and returns to the dump space for the next pass. Great cut by Chablichka, but puts herself in the corner and throws in front of the 14 shirt of Podgorska. So now Chicas with another chance. What will they find this time? Wenzel. Only moving backward until that one. They get a zipper up the guts.
Big gainer.
Maassen.
Big gainer now, and there's finally a bit of movement in the Chicas offense, making it easier for them to pursue.
And that one would seem like a receiver error, but that one came in very hot.
Yeah.
Receiver had to throw her hands up at the last minute and didn't really get a chance. Ruiz Rodriguez lets it get away, but not that much she could have done about it. Oh, and thrown into traffic, and the traffic was enough to cause the D. Now they go deep. Chicas with a chance, but it trails away.
Looked so promising. Big disc went up, and Trouble's quick to pick up again.
Here's the deep shot the other direction. Trouble's trying to do it all in one shot, and if nothing else, will pin Chicas in their own end zone. Not much movement as this disc comes back in because it was out for a good portion of that flight.
Good field position for the Chicas. They're changing to 4 people in the handler set.
Horizontal.
Not bad. And then 3 deeper targets, creating even numbers around the disc.
There's a whole bunch of space, but the upfield cutters for Chicas are not getting in front of this zone. So the Troubles are showing a zone, and the mids in the zone are occupying all the space until that throw, and now this one! Shot for goal! That one is in! Chicas are on the board. 3-1 after a marathon point. Chicas cash in.
We could see that once you get behind that first line of defenders, you can create an isolation, because the 3-on-3 have to cover, the 3 defenders have to cover so much more space than the 4 players around the disc, and they use that so well. You can see that Scuba that set it all up.
And Laura Maassen puts a perfectly weighted throw there to Ruiz Rodriguez for the goal. What a finish after what looked like a struggle to start that point. Struggle to start the game. The last few completions starting to look good. So a good sign.
Very much so. It seems like they did get dialed in a little bit, and I think once you include more players and once you trust more of your players besides the 2 main handlers, it'll get so much better for Chicas. But now they have to play defense first.
Defense first. Here comes trouble. There is the centering disc. Not quite to center in the hands of Zakoaszka. She goes wide to Kazinska. Oh, defense whiffing at that one, but not able to knock away. Zakoaszka. Gainer on the doorstep now. The look wide side, not there. Dump, retreating space, now in for goal. That one counts, and Troubles don't have too much trouble putting that one in to make it 4-1.
Yeah, seems like no trouble at all. What I loved about this red zone offense was that they didn't just try to put it into the end zone, but try to keep the disc moving to find a different, create a different angle of attack. Sachkovska looks to put it in, and once she realizes that's not going to work, she goes back. Doesn't matter the yards, and sets up a perfect cut for.
The only thing that matters is possession and resetting the angles, making it difficult for the defense to maintain the force that they gain with their adapted defense, forcing one direction or the other. Of course, the coverage taking the same thing away. As the angles move, the defense weakens. And if I've got this right, the number 1 jersey is Pajinska Jasinska, and that is the goal scorer. Who's on the other field over there, Christina?
Scram playing Mantis.
Scrantis.
Scramtis, okay. Let's go with that.
Why not?
Yeah, I'm a fan.
A little bit of Woojin.
It's Scram's first game, actually. They haven't played today.
Yeah. And Chicas bringing it into play here, and our 2-handler action kicks it off. 12 shirt, Wenzel gets a little bite of the cookie and swung wide to Brandl. Our handlers continue to handle.
Yeah, Troubles stay with that zone, and I heard that you should never play the same defense more than 3 points in a row, otherwise people will adapt. And in my opinion, that's what we're seeing right here from Chicas. They have adapted. They know how to, now they know how to play against that zone, and they're doing it quite well, moving the disc from one side to the other.
Finding a lot more success than they did on the first 2 points of this game, and now they've shot deep, but they're running out of field. That one would have counted if they were in the Scrantis game, but they're not. And so they adapted. They found a little bit of success going back and forth, nothing overly pressured, but they got a little bit impatient and tried to bite off more than they could chew.
That's true, but also Troubles has to work it down the whole field. They have all the 80 meters to go.
Not quite.
Not quite, oh.
The disc didn't stay in for the entire length of that throw. As we see, it walked up about 15 meters before it's checked into play.
You're killing all my arguments.
Well, I think I agreed with you for a second, and then I saw the walk happening. Disc dumped backwards after a big set of gainers. And then it rolls away on a misthrown disc. Let's see how quickly Troubles can set up their zone, because I believe they're going to jump right back into it on transition. Most certainly. And a little bit of give go. They're chiseling their way through, and they go big, but the defense well in front. Can't catch, but does enough to knock it away.
Yeah, it would have been a great opportunity for a garbage collection, but not quite there. So, again, this time I'm actually right. They are in their end zone.
The punt and pin, not the worst option if your offense is not able to break down a zone through a multitude of passes. Why not let your defense do the work? And it is worth a shot, most certainly, from a trailing position from Chicas. Piankowska goes backwards. Now a gainer with a little bit of pressure on. And then power position, but Jakowiak puts it away. That one over the head. Let's see if they chip away or if they're going to end up going deep again. Ooh, it was there, but not a lot of sideline. It would have had to be in a perfect throw.
I know Brandl wanted it.
Brandl. She winds up. She's going to take a big chunk there, but she can't keep it in. And they need to stretch these fields wider.
Yeah, or she needs to release the disc just a little bit later. Then it'll curve right back in. I'm going to tell her after the game.
Yeah, a bit more follow through there. Keep those fingers tucked into the disc for a bit more of that mechanic. And you're absolutely right, Christina. So, Troubles with another chance here. This is a point that's gone on for a couple, and they've taken a timeout to discuss what's going on here. Hey, I thought we had this game under control, but Chicas are making us doubt it now.
Yeah, they've finally arrived in that game. And while I'm a big fan of the timeout in a situation where you feel like you can't really control anything anymore, taking it on the sideline is a bit risky, don't you think?
Yeah, I do think there's a bit of risk. There's a bit of risk of us sticking around too long. Instead, we're going to take a break while they take their timeout, and we will be back in no time with action after the timeout.
Those who do not know their history can never relive it. The skies, the dives, the sideline smiles. Our past is held in photo albums, drinking stories. The present is a gift. And here at ULTI.TV, we want to make sure we always appreciate it, capturing the immortal moments of Ultimate from around the world and making sure everyone can enjoy them for free, forever. Because the future... Those who do not know their history can never relive it. The skies, the dives, the sideline smiles. Our past is held in photo albums, drinking stories. The present is a gift. And here at ULTI.TV, we want to make sure we always appreciate it, capturing the immortal moments of Ultimate from around the world and making sure everyone can enjoy them for free, forever. Because the future belongs to all of us.
Back in after the timeout. Troubles trying to work out what's going on. They've got a comfortable lead, 4-1, but the scoring slowed down. Chicas are starting to find chinks in the armor here. And Troubles want to prevent any collateral damage of this newly found know-how by the Chicas.
I'm really interested to see if they do something special for defense to prevent that disc from ever moving off of that line.
And the help D was just enough. She didn't get a hand on the disc, but she did.
She made herself known.
Yeah, man, and the 68 shirt had to look away from the disc, make sure she didn't run into the defender, and now Chicas got a disc, and that accounts for a turnout or a timeover, however you want to spell it. The break led to the turnover 3 throws later. Brandl behind the disc. The handlers going back and forth. If they're going to continue, I was going to say, likely to set up the big shot, but instead the zone gets a slap away.
I'm okay with a layout D instead of a big shot.
Shot for goal, but shot for Brandel to gobble up.
Brandel getting a VR there now.
Maassen doesn't go deep. Last time she did, it counted for the only goal of the game for Chicas. Brandel goes backwards. Consulman. And then Maassen again.
They're not putting a lot of pressure on the handlers, and Chicas could use that a bit better even.
Fake. And going sideline to sideline. Hammer fake. And feeds it through the cup. Now a great looking throw into space. Wenzel goes wide side, 2 hands on it, and Chicas are finding ways to score.
In my opinion, that's a very unconventional throw. I can see how this gets up, but I don't see how this doesn't get D'd. It's just, I want to say it's planned, and then it's planned to perfection. I love that over the top.
Wenzel. Oh, that throw had the outside in shape, just stayed over the head of the receiver. You're right, it probably would have wanted to come from the other angle if that was an outside in and never near the path of the defender. Maybe a bit safer, but it got there.
Yeah, I'm not going to critique that.
Oh yeah, I mean,
it works.
Well, we can still critique it. It wasn't the best way to get there, but it got there. They got the point.
I would have loved to see a hammer. Now that I think of it. Always hammer. Are you?
Always love to see a hammer.
We've seen a few scoobers. Don't think we have seen a hammer in this game yet. I don't think I've seen a hammer in this tournament yet. But then again, I didn't really watch too many games yet.
I think I've seen a hammer or 2 thus far. That one zipped in. Let's see how Troubles respond. Not forwarded there, puts it away. Kaczynska. Now the shot for goal goes too far for Zakowska.
Zaczkowska. Randall to pick up, and there was a player sprinting from the very back of the field to the front right before.
And in the deep space, like 20 meters behind last back. Now there's 2 behind last back. They have to huck it almost. But one jogs in the space behind the cup. Troubles have 5 in the box. They are putting pressure on the thrower. That is their intention, and they're doing it well. D-line out there.
Randall anchoring that D-line. She's been playing for quite some time. And she's on the German Masters women's team, who was at Tom's, so she's got back-to-back tournaments.
Back-to-back, and there's a few here that have been on that situation for sure. Ooh, just into the hands there. And the number 1 jersey gets it to Randall.
Neumann.
Back into the hands of Randall outside ends it. Defense hops in front and knocks it away.
Yeah, they stayed patiently in that handler set for so long, but in the end, Troubles putting enough pressure.
Troubles on the doorstep, front foot now. That one just kept in the hand, and a goal counts. Their 5th of the game, and their 1st in just a little while now.
Yeah, it seemed like energy was a bit low by the end of this point, but Suchkovska anchoring that red zone offense for Troubles. 5-1. 5-2, sorry. Very sorry to everyone watching for Chicas.
Those 2 goals very dear for them indeed, but still down a triple.
Nothing's decided yet, though.
By no stretch. They have done a fair bit to get back into this game. The start of this game, it looked like it might have been a landslide after the first couple points, and they made some adjustments, and they found some ways to score.
Yeah, they did. They really cleaned it up, and I think that timeout, even though you didn't see immediate results, I think it was a good idea to take it when they did, because it made clear for everyone what the goal of this game was, just to play the Frisbee they know they can play together, rather than trying to be the heroic person or just let the others do stuff. Trouble still with their zone.
And Chicas continue to seek ways around it, including that scuba. Brandel drops it back immediately, and that's the small problem with their offense. They get one throw over the first round, the first rung of the defense, but then they look straight back again. And Troubles now with a chance to break. They go wide side to Chablichka. She goes inside, not quite in, trailer coming. That one in for goal. Troubles do make the break count into Wisniewska. And it's 6-2, and the last 2 goals pretty quick now.
Yeah, again, beautiful offense from Troubles. They're off to the races. Once the disc is moving, they're moving with it, finding those pop passes to slightly change position. Lipitska with the big inside shot. And then the reset handler is right there to get the disc and get a better throw into
Great
the end zone.
Unselfish play there. Nobody turning around, wanting assists of their own, just setting up teammates to make it as seamless as possible.
It's a team effort.
So Troubles make another 2 look a little bit easier, like it was the start of the game again. Chicas really need to get this offense going more than 2 throws at a time. They're 1 or 2 throws, and they're looking back to their anchors.
I do think that if their anchors helped out a little quicker, like Troubles are doing, that would really help them to have like an immediate continuation, because if that doesn't happen from downfield, you have to get it from the backfield again to, you know, set up your offense correctly. And maybe this is something Chicas can improve on during the next months of their training, as Troubles did for sure during the winter season.
So that one done backwards. Steinreich and Randall handling the majority of the touches once again. Nearing the midfield mark.
It seems like the handlers are not really looking deep even, so they're so fixated on that horizontal space, they're not even looking for any options behind the handler set. In that middle, ooh, nice save.
Schumacher. Are they discussing that? They're saying it's down. I guess a ground strip.
And
from our angle, it looked like that was squeezed in.
It did, but from experience, yeah, we can see that now from a different angle, slightly different angle. But from experience, you as a person laying out, you feel it, kind of. Good spirit.
Indeed, and now Troubles can really blow this gap open if they can put a 7th on the board here. Oh, a nice leading pass, blinded defender. Folick dumps backwards. Meller. And they continue to reset. The wide around goes into goal. Kajniska cashes in a goal. 7-2 Troubles.
That was such a quick fake and throw. She knew exactly where she wanted to put it. Just move the defender a little bit and put that in. And Troubles really found their rhythm here. Clinical offense play. We see such a quick fake and immediately releases that into space where only her teammate can get to.
So, Christina, I've had the pleasure of staying around your place for the last day or two. I, of course, always on the lookout for the foods that encapsulate the region. We went to what I originally called the Sacher Hotel. How do we say that one actually?
Sacha.
Sacha.
Hotel Sacha.
And this hotel was actually named after the dessert. And what is the dessert?
Sachertorte.
Sachertorte.
Sacher cake.
Which is a lovely double-layered chocolate sponge cake with some apricot confiture in between, covered in a thick layer of semi-sweetened ganache. And if you are here in Vienna, you should go put one of those in your mouth.
Yep, absolutely. I would really recommend that.
They also had, and I'll talk about it after this point, but Tafelspitz. And that is a concept that's very different, a boiled steak, essentially. And I was a little bit skeptical, but boy, oh boy, was that delicious. So for now, we go right back to Chicas as they try and move this disc to the other end zone. Masson has passed it on, and Brandl gets her hands on it with this same zone, causing all sorts of troubles for the opposition, and she can't hang on to that slippery one.
Is that a commentator's curse?
Quite possibly. Though I was talking about the Troubles, that was shot to goal, in for a goal. That's gonna make halftime. Goal for Wisniewska. And it ends up being 8-2 now, Christina, a gap blown wide open.
Yeah, they really managed to put a lot of pressure with that zone, the Troubles, and use every single one of those opportunities that they got.
And they're gonna have a little break. It's a short break for halftime. They're gonna try and talk about how to make the most of these opportunities. We're gonna talk about what we're gonna eat for dinner and take a break. You guys stay tuned. Don't go anywhere. We will be right back. It's a very short break. So we are back. I told you it was going to be a quick break, and I never lie, except for the times that I lie.
Don't we all?
But I try to limit those. I'm a good-natured person of virtue. I'm getting some doubtful eyes from one of our camera operating producers.
He just knows you too well.
No, it's not even handsome Rob Henderson. It's Lucia.
Oh.
The
Well.
quiet Slovakian who has her doubts about the commentating crew here. But she does a wonderful job, I can tell you that much.
Yeah, she does.
Wusteinrich goes backwards. Schumacher goes wide and around. Neumann.
Yeah, perfect.
Getting there.
Neumann.
Shot for goal, and it's in! Troubles open up with another goal, and the hinges have loosened up, and the door is just hanging on right now.
It's hanging on by a thread, but still there. Every opportunity on Chica's side to get back, and that last throw was quite a spicy one. Hung for a long time. The receiver never gave up on it and got that goal. So, Chicas, on offense, trying to punch it in. Still, I want to say trying to find a way out of that zone. And while I know how well it's working for Troubles, I would really want to see them work on something else since we already know the zone works, you know?
True. It's a strange one when you get into games like this with a lopsided score line, and you can just assume refinement. We're really going to refine one element of our game because we've got this. Blah, 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 but I got it. Oh, fake hammer, the fammer, and then the given hammer, the gammer. Drop back and centered. Wusteinrich goes wide to Brandl. Brandl. Maassen, and then the big around now. Frenzel. Oh, a piece on it. Is that enough to make it float? It is not. It's enough to get a defensive turn.
Floated for a little bit, but no one anywhere near the disc, and I'm not even sure who that was intended to.
I think the float maybe even helped. It gave a little bit more of a chance.
I'd agree.
And Troubles with the full length of the pitch to go now, but they are off and running. Under their Zakowska. And she gets it back, power position, but looks straight back to center. Meller.
No, nothing really from the stack. Very static downfield, giving a lot of pressure on the handlers to do all the work.
A foul, no contest.
Yeah, I think she got a big piece of that hand of hers.
Big shot, two receivers there. The primary is denied as the big body of Wusteinrich gets in the way and breaks up the play.
She took off speed here with a And now back on offense are the Chicas, rather.
Let's see what they bring this time. Masson gets some space to Brandl, some more space, but the fallen body will slow down the play and could be an injury.
Looks like she stumbled over her own legs.
And so she did call it. She will substitute out. That will bring in the veteran Brandl.
Hope she's fine, just shaken up a bit.
No doubt about it.
Wait, what? I didn't understand that.
Chicas push it past the midfield mark. A good step into the catch there. And Masson not shy to fake those hammers, and we've seen her fake straight into the give, so it may come again. Woestijnrijk goes to Brandl. Brandl immediately moves it on. She gets it back near the goal now. This is doorstep action by the Chicas. Can they maintain the composure? That one for goal. Brandl's got her hands on it. Bing bong. There's a goal for Chicas. And it's a goal for everybody right now. Everybody's a winner.
Well, I don't think that's how sports work, but goals are thrown. Goals are thrown and caught on both sides now. We're back in the game.
Yeah, it's not a goal for everybody. It's not a win for everybody. I was particularly excited because Lucia came with a coffee for me at the same moment of that goal. So it was at least a win for two parties, me and Chicas.
That works. I can accept that.
And so when I'm winning, I assume everyone's winning. When I'm that happy, everybody must be that happy.
Anyone excited about?
All right, 6 breaks in a row. How high is that percentage?
That's,
Thinking
I mean,
that'll work?
if you're Clapham at Elite Invite last year, that's only half of what you're capable of.
All right.
But I'm
Big
not
pull.
sure everybody's Clapham at Elite Invite last year. We would need a time machine first of all, and then gender transformers.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, and then London and Munich, not the closest cities either.
Okay, so it is still possible though, regardless of all those other factors. Here come troubles. Chablichka gets a good gainer up the line. And continuation to the doorstep. Pashkovska cashes in. Chablichka handles the goal. And another pretty quick one on the board. 10-3 now in favor for Troubles.
And they probably used maybe 15 meters of that whole field in width. Just throwing it up the line, going up the line again, then wait, up the line, and then putting it into the end zone down the line.
What do we call that? Jamming it?
Into the jam hole? Or
Yeah.
cramming it into the cram.
That's it. We've had the debate. I talked to Christina just yesterday about the debate between jamming it in the jam hole or cramming it in the cram hole. What do you think at home? Is it a jam or is it a cram? The chat, a little bit quiet this time around. We want to know what you think.
Well, to be fair, I love jam on the one hand. On the other hand, cram can be used as a German word, Kram, which is stuff, like just things, useless things mostly.
Okay.
So it would mean putting useless things into a place where useless things belong, which, you know, works. And
That
then
works.
jam and jam hole. Don't have
Jam
to explain that for you.
Jam as a noun is something delightful. But
I'm always
to
thinking
jam
of-
as a verb is to forcefully enter. But a jam hole is your mouth, of course, awaiting some
Some jam.
sweetened fruit confiture. So either way can work. You just can't jam into the cram hole or cram into the jam hole.
Can you not cram it into the jam hole?
I guess you
Can
could.
cram everything into the jam hole, yours?
We're really breaking up like the natural constructs of calling ultimate.
Maybe we should just not think about it that much and focus on Chicas wanting to gather another point.
That sounds good, but their focus is broken up by the swatting hand of the 11 jersey, Marsalik, as it goes around a couple hands into Kazinskas. That one for goal. It counts into Meller's hands, and the 11th goal of the game sees 3 on the opposite scoreboard with a big gap now.
They're slowly but surely arriving towards that 15-point mark. And while we've seen the one or the other longer point, Troubles have really cleaned up their offense, especially after those turns, making sure that disc moves from one point to the other and preferably ends up in their end zone quickly.
And so Troubles looking the part of their silver medal performance last year. Coming out swinging here, big gap if they can finish this one off. They're showing why they went so deep into the tournament last year and showing that they'd like to be right there or, of course, one step further in an ideal situation this time around.
And of course, they've added some players. They've also lost one of the other players. Eva Duda, I think that's her name. She unfortunately hurt herself last year at Vienna Spring Break, but she's back. She's coaching, supporting her team, Troubles. But
that is a committed team member on the sideline when unable to put in with the cleats. And Chicas going between the hands now. Wusteinrich gets again, as she has been all game long, a lion's share of the touches here to try and get Chica's fortunes turning in their favor. She goes backwards again and gets Randall. Around the horn, but no, turned back inside. Wusteinrich goes with a big round to Brandel.
very open Brandel.
Sideline gainer is dropped. A sitter, as they say, right through the hands, took her concentration away.
She already wanted to throw it on.
Troubles, give it right back.
Let's see if Chicas can put it in here.
Deep right away, defense all over that one. Had it read from the moment it left the hand of Wusteinrich. And now Troubles trying to get some action of their own. Great leading throw there to get the gainer. Podgroska tries to dump after the nice lead line and throws to ground with not enough there.
Yeah, I don't think she was sure which throw to take, and valiant effort gives the disc back to Chicas. They're not quite set up yet in the way they want to play against that zone. Not really an option.
Wusteinrich remaining in her anchoring position. Randall comes back to help and gets again. That one popped wide and off the hands. Goes to ground after Schumacher gives a fondle.
That high release put usually a really good option against the zone, but probably a bit higher than she expected.
got some chat finally.
Hello there.
Cram for sure is what it said. That one not crammed, too far in front of the receiver. Chicas are gonna get another chance here.
Points are getting longer, and I've probably given too much credit to the clean offense troubles playing. Maybe.
Maybe, possibly, potentially.
Mea culpa.
Yeah. Yeah, ding dong. Of course, another big weekend in the world of European competition. One world that I know very little about, but my colleagues excited for the Eurovision sing and dance coming up tonight. Let's see who sings and dances the best.
That's the man who knows Eurovision.
I would love to say I'm looking forward to it, but I'm willing to participate in some of the excitement and pretend I'm enjoying myself.
That's okay. Fake it till you make it. Wow, what a grab!
Randall hits the deck and ends up with some plastic in her hands. Woesteinrijk. Faking, shaking. She's gonna get it again because she's always next to the disc. She's been doing a heck of a job, but drops that one, and it's a very, very short field for troubles now. The help defense came, and she wisely looked back to the dump. Now the break throw, too far. What I do know about Eurovision is that there was a Hollywood movie made, and that was awesome. Ya Ding Dong. Play Ya Ding Dong. That was something I loved. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Not really, but
Yeah, fair enough. Will Ferrell was exceptional as per always. Ooh, and that one gets away, and now it's the shortest field possible for troubles. They will start on the goal line, and any forward completion will count as a goal if it's from the first pass.
they've been there
And
before.
they've got one right away. Krojicka with the goal, and that is the 12th. A long point, that one, Christina.
It really was. 12-3 in favor of troubles, and they were in front of the end zone 3 times. In disc in their hands, looking red zone, and just overshooting their players.
And Tobiah in the chat, Tobiah Abramson, loves these trouble jerseys. These trouble jerseys are fire. I tend to agree. I quite like them very. I like the all black like the Raiders, as they say in American football anyways, but you get that tough look, but then they complement it well with this rainbow bomb. It's, I rate them.
Yeah, I quite like them. I quite agree. Pretty. So yeah, I'm a fan of the all one colored and then have a little bit of a splash of a different color shown in your logo, for example. I'm not a fan of 2 jerseys with like 1,000 different things are crammed on.
No, you don't want the rainbow vomit jersey. Plain, simple, classic kind of things. That's what my taste's like.
Simplicity is key.
Yes. Chicas with the white to yellow fade. Coming at you. Brandel rips it, and that is past the intended receiver. A sniff of a chance for the trailer, but way too far in front of the trailer.
Call me crazy, but if Wenzel had put on her running shoes and really went for it, she would have gotten there. That disc hung for ages.
She would have had to have some really fast shoes on. But yes, there would have been a chance. If she saw it right from the start and never slowed down, maybe. But I think she didn't start running until late into the throw. And they're going to get another chance for it, so they can try again. Zip, that one goes deep. Defense is in front and taketh away. Folick gets the gainer. And another now. Krasinska. That one for goal. If it's going to count, can she get there? No. The disc goes to ground. Defense did the job. Got in the way.
Maassen catching up to her assignment and making sure that disc does not connect with the player. Very passive zone now. Still with that same defensive structure. They've stayed with all game.
Faking, and swings to Maassen. Blammer over the top, almost in the face, but kept away. Back to Maassen. Randall went with one hand, and it goes to ground. Troubles. Quick set of throws, shot for goal, not go. The defense indicates it is a goal, and they'll take it, sure.
Yep.
If you say so, we're in.
And Chicas with another timeout.
Timeout for Chicas. Late thoughts on what they can do to clot this bleeding. There goes.
They have taken that timeout at the perfect time, because after the last 5 minutes, no more timeouts are allowed, and maybe they have their own kind of clock running.
And so we'll let them take a break. We'll take a break too. Don't you go anywhere.
We are a group of ultimate players, coaches and video enthusiasts. We've worked with the major federations and the greatest events.
We're on a mission to make Ultimate huge. We want our videos and live streams to be free to watch.
We want to make stories that not only reach you,
but also reach people outside the Ultimate community.
Like and subscribe, ULTI.TV, the best in the world.
Become a member and
fund
fund
our
our
work
work.
to cover more events in the future and to bring more stories and live coverage to the eyes of the Ultimate world and beyond.
We believe mixed is the best for the sport, for the world. That's why we're making a global showcase, starting in Europe, made in Amsterdam. ULTI.TV. ULTI.net.
Always on the move? You can keep up to date with ULTI.TV on all of our social media channels. Like, follow, subscribe, share us with a friend, or send us a message just to say hey. Thank you for supporting us in our mission to grow Ultimate everywhere.
ULTI.TV, where else would you want to be? Back from the timeout. A great moment for you to click the buttons, like and subscribe.
ULTI.TV, the best in the world.
You better believe it. Do what that nice Italian boy says. And of course, if you can, become a patron. Dig deep if times are well, if life is nice and easy. Help support the sport.
And if life is hard, you can always afford a coffee. Get an extra coffee for us, for ULTI.TV.
Sure, we will take it.
Great roller pull.
Not bad at all. Here come Maassen and the Chicas. Randall to Maassen, and straight back into the hands of Randall. Ooh, and Woestijnrijk goes to ground there, but did maintain possession. Now to Randall, and they are going side to side or backwards before that small gainer to Schumacher.
They're advancing, but slowly. Something I would really love them to do is actually switch from one side to the other, not just to the middle and back to the same side again. But I don't think their setup allows it right now.
Steinrich. Maassen gets it too far in front, and Randall unable to make a play at it.
And Troubles off to the races.
Jakowiak goes through Cheblichka, and a Mac play. Was that intentional? No, we know it wasn't, but boy, did it benefit Troubles. She's looking open side only and gets one. Paszkowska, and now shot for goal, and that one counts. Cheblichka cashes in. That's 13 on the 14 now, 1 away for the Troubles. I don't think you can actually put the article before that. You can't call them the Troubles. They're just Troubles.
Troubles. I think they're Troubles. Not troubled. Not by far, anyway, in this game.
There was some thumping bass I heard in the back there. Does that mean there's a Berlin team nearby?
I don't think they want to come here. It's probably the...
It's probably Munich if it's not Berlin.
Any German-speaking team likes a good techno event. For the others, they probably do as well. I just don't know about it.
So, Christina, what's your favorite Viennese dish?
Oh, that's really hard.
Does Tafelspitz, is that in the conversation?
It's top 3 maybe.
Alongside
goulash, which you had as well.
Ooh, I had some nice goulash with, what's that? What do we call that?
Spätzle.
Pasta? Huh?
Spätzle.
Spätzle.
Yeah.
I want to say spätzle every time, but spätzle.
Spätzle.
And then what else? What else we got up there?
Top 3, you said, right? Can I add something sweet? Apple strudel.
But only if you say it with. Is that the way you say it?
Apfelstrudel.
Apfel.
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 Yeah.
Apfelstrudel. Yeah, you can add something sweet.
Yeah.
So you like the Apfelstrudel better than the Sachertorte?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. That must be good because that Sachertorte was dynamite. Okay, Chicas. Keep him out of the end zone. Extend the game here. Let him in the end zone, and it's all over. And they've gone deep. They're trying to do it in one bite. One bite of the Apfelstrudel, and they just can't chew it all up. So, Troubles disc in hand on game point right now.
I love that Schultz took that shot and just tried something different. Open up the space. That's fine.
I mean, it was there. It was there for the taking.
If you touch it, you can catch it. She could have caught it.
You better believe it.
Oh, I do.
Kaczynska comes under, and now the wide centering throw to Folik. Up the guts. Meller goes deep. Defense is in front, but great box out, but the hand can't squeeze.
Redeeming her earlier at Bubble with pushing her matchup to Bubble as well.
Will we get another huck? No.
Fakes the huck. Takes a reset instead.
Around the hands, Wenzel goes back to the corner to Konzelman. Wusteinrich goes deep and unlashes, but the defense gobbles that one up. Troubles with a second chance to win the game. They've gone deep. Defense is there again. And these hucks are going to defenders in both directions.
Wusteinrich stumbles down and still gets the D there.
Brandl throws behind, but the backup saves the day. And then speaking of backup, Troubles has backup to send it the other direction.
Saczkowska is just such an important player for them. And sometimes they try to look for her too much, as we saw here.
Wind up, opens the arm. That one goes deep and over the defender, but the defender did enough to distract, and the concentration was lost. Troubles, I think, motioned for a timeout, and they're taking a timeout. I don't know if that's in the rules. I'm sitting next to the TD. It is after the 5-minute warning. There are no timeouts available. Time is actually over. You guys are in negative time now. This is not even the real world anymore. But you definitely can't take a timeout right now.
Unfortunately, you cannot. Which means after this quick breather,
Great bit of run and gun there. Shot was available, didn't take, goes the other way. On the doorstep, right through the middle, threads the needle, and Troubles have ended the game. A grand margin, 15-3, and last year's silver medalist flexed some muscles on stream here to put away the Chicas with relative ease.
I know a lot of teams say this, but it seemed closer than the score reflects here. I think Chicas made a valiant effort to push Troubles, and they did to an extent, but Troubles was always just a more composed, more structured team.
For sure, they are refined. They've got more repetitions gone through their team, both training and performance-wise, and it showed here in the win. We are going to wrap things up. As always, we will be right back, going back into the open division. We've been bouncing back and forth all day. Alligators versus Terrible Monkeys up next. Christina's not going anywhere, and Benji's going to kick me out of my seat. So join them in no time. And for now, thanks for being with us. We'll see you very shortly.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Merci beaucoup.
Yeah, ultimate.
ULTI.TV.